Morgan Freeman tears apart Black History Month as a, quote, insult. And he says, quote, "Are you going to regulate or relegate my history to a month?" So actor Morgan Freeman tore apart the term, quote, African American, and argued that the celebration of Black History Month was an insult during an interview with the Sunday Times over the weekend. Quotes from Morgan Freeman include, "Two things I can say publicly that I do not like. Black History Month is an insult. You're going to relegate my history to a month?" He asks. He also says, "African American is an insult, the term. I don't subscribe to that title," Freeman added. Freeman said that he did not understand why the term African American has become so prominent. Black people have had different titles all the way around, or all the way back to the N-word. And I do not know how these things get such a grip, but everyone uses African American. What does it really mean, he asks. Freeman also argued that people talk about, quote, Irish Americans and Italian Americans, but not Euro Americans. This is a great, that's a great analogy right there. People talk about Irish Americans and Italian Americans, but not Euro Americans. Are you going to just clump everybody into European? I think that's a great argument. Also, you say Africa as if it's a country when it's a continent like Europe, he said. Freeman drew national attention in 2005 when he similarly criticized Black History Month. And the actor said then that the concept of the month was dedicated to Black history was ridiculous. This is according to a 60 Minutes interview that was conducted back in 2005. I have that video actually right up here. I'm going to pull it up and let's take a watch to this throwback. 2005, 60 Minutes with Morgan Freeman.
Black History Month you find
ridiculous.
Why?
You're going to relegate my history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? No, well, come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
All right, I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace. You know me as Morgan Freeman.
Yep. That's it. That's absolutely the mindset to have. Now, I'm not going to say come out here and say Morgan Freeman is a prophet and that I agree with him on everything. But on this point, because I know that he's lefty on some things, but on this point, he is absolutely right. You want to get rid of you want to get rid of racism? Don't call everything racist. You want to get rid of ideas of racism and other prejudices? Maybe don't segregate everything and identify people only based on their identity. It's insane. This is modern day segregation. Simply, Morgan Freeman has the right perspective. And the thing is it seems like we have a month for everything now. In fact, we kind of do. You want my proof? Let's look. Harvard University and their Department of Equity, Diversity, Inclusion and Belonging has a heritage and awareness calendar. So let's take a look at this right here. So here is the Harvard awareness calendar. So you can look here and you can see, trying to make it, I don't know if I can make it full screen, but let's try here. So the Harvard Heritage and Awareness Calendar. So you can see that January has Martin Luther King Day and the Lunar New Year. So I guess it's not an entire month. So I guess not everything is always an entire month. But January is not an entire month. It's just Lunar New Year and Martin Luther King Day. And February is Black History Month. Has Rosa Parks Day and a Lantern Festival. I don't really know. I know Rosa Parks Day makes sense. I don't really know what the Lantern Festival is. Maybe somebody can let me know. March is Women's History Month. It also is, at the end of it, is International Transgender Day of Visibility. Yep. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. It's also Arab American Heritage Month. And there's also Holocaust Remembrance Day smushed in there, too. So we got a lot to remember in April. 2 months. So there's 1 month is smushed into, is 2 different months, things pushed into it. And then May, you have Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, Mental Health Awareness Month, and Jewish American Heritage Month. All in that 1 month. So actually, in the 60 Minutes interview, the guy was saying, we don't have a month for Jewish, but you actually do. Maybe it's changed since 2005 when that interview was conducted, but Jewish American Heritage Month actually exists, and it's also a part of Asian American and Mental Health Awareness Month. Gosh, I don't know how we can be aware of my mental health when I'm getting so anxious just looking at all the different things I got to recognize in 1 month. But don't worry, guys. We go back to just one thing. In June, there's the LGBTQ plus Pride Month. But the thing that's crazy about that one is they smush all of the LGBTQ and everything into just 1 month. So every day you got to understand a different sexuality, identity, whatever. Then July is Disability Pride Month. That's the only one there. Awesome. September is Latinx, which Latinx Heritage Month. These woke people are crazy. Latinx. I have Eduardo is one of my good friends. Used to be a co-host on this show. He doesn't want to be called Latinx. He's Hispanic. He's Mexican. His nickname is the Mexican Missile. He doesn't want to be called Latinx. What is this crap? It's not Latinx. Dumb crap. October. I'm confused because, just like some people that are recognized during this month, I'm confused because I thought June was LGBTQ plus Pride Month, but now they have a History Month too. That seems a little hoggy to me. It seems like they're kind of trying to hog the months. They're trying to hog the months. Doesn't make sense to me. Why do they get 2? Why do they get 2 months? There's also National Disability Employment Awareness Month. Now, you already had Disability Pride Month, so October is it's the second month. It's like where if you want another month, you just take October, apparently. I don't get it. It's also Indigenous Peoples Day and National Coming Out Day, which is October 11th. National Coming Out Day. Coming out of something. This is boiling my blood. This boils my blood that we have a month for flipping everything. Then we're going to go to November. Native American Heritage Month. Okay. It's again a part of American history. A lot of these things are a part of American history. Black History Month, Women's History Month, LGBTQ History Month, Latinx History Month, Heritage Month, but history. All of these. Asian American. These are all history. Jewish American. These are all history months. These all fall into American history. The point of America, that we are a melting pot. It's the thing that makes us flippin' amazing, makes us the greatest country in the world, is the fact that we are a melting pot, and yet they want to segregate us. This list here is legitimately segregating. And then December just has International Day of Persons with Disabilities. Here's the thing, too, is that, so despite being for this being from Harvard's equity, diversity, and inclusion and belonging stuff, it only recognizes things for the gays, the alphabet mafia, and people of color, or African American. I don't even know what the word I'm supposed to use is anymore. I don't know what I can say that won't get me banned on YouTube. But let's just say people of color. I think that's the acceptable one now. It only includes those. In March, I don't see anything about St. Patrick's Day, which is when we have my little Irish friends come out and play with the drinks and everything. You know? No Irish Day. No German History Month. Like Morgan Freeman said, you're reducing everything to, now it says Black History Month. It's no longer African American History Month or anything like that, but it reduces everybody to singulars. Doesn't actually recognize any type of genuine heritage. Latinx Heritage Month is also very reductive. Chilean culture is much different than Argentinian culture, is much different than Mexican culture, is much different than Brazilian, I don't know if that, Brazilian I think is considered a Latin country. I know they don't speak Spanish there, they actually speak Portuguese. But the point being is that all of this is so reductive. In trying to push people towards their identities and trying to say we're being inclusive, what they are really doing is separating us more. What they are really doing is separating us more. And by having all of these different months and everything, it's crazy because you'd think that one, they're not even recognizing every different holiday for every different culture, which to me, and every different heritage, which to me seems racist or sexist or homophobic, or I don't know. It's one of the offensive terms. They're being offensive to me and all of us. They're being super duper offensive. They're awful people. But they're reducing everybody to their identity. And even if you were to break it down to, we're going to have a heritage month, or like every month or every day of the year is going to be dedicated to a different heritage. Like you're going to have Irish Heritage Day, followed by Mexican Heritage Day, followed by Ugandan Heritage Day. If you went and did that for everybody, it's still reducing everybody to simply that they are where they came from. They are only representative of where they came from, and not representative of them as an individual. Why can we not value people? Why, to the left, can we not value people for who they are as individuals? Why does it have to be that we only value people based on where they came from, or what skin color they have, or who they like to sleep with, or what genitals you have, or what genitals you want to have, or you believe you have? Why can't we value somebody for them being an individual?